Malcolm Butler is expected to sign a reported 5-year, $61 million deal with the Titans, but his last game with the Patriots is still a mystery. Butler did not play a defensive snap in the Super Bowl, and he told Jarrett Bell of USA Today, quote, "I thought it was going to hurt my market value, that I would have to explain myself a lot." He also told the Boston Herald that he, quote, "never got a reason why he was benched." Shannon, what's your final takeaway from this story?
Skip, they say the most painful goodbyes are the ones that are never said and never explained. Coach Belichick never told that he's having to say goodbye to this organization that gave him a chance and those teammates. And Coach Belichick never said that he wasn't going to play, and he never explained why he didn't play.
Yep.
And that's what's gnawing at him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gone. He's moved on, Skip. Mm-hmm. Going to make a ton of money. But to see, he believes that he could have made a difference. A lot of his teammates believe he could have made a difference.
Yep.
And even if he couldn't have made a difference, his teammates wanted him out there to see if he could have made a difference. Because what in the hell did you have to lose? Nick Foles is going up and down the field on those guys.
Yep.
And we've seen you be in this situation before, Coach Belichick, because that's how Malcolm Butler became a household name, because the starter was struggling, and you inserted an undrafted rookie and said, "Son, get out there." He only played 18 snaps.
Yep.
No matter what happens in Malcolm Butler's career moving forward, he's always going to be known for that play in the Super Bowl, Skip. Mm-hmm. But this is very painful because you've flown in a lot of people to watch you play.
Yep.
And I can assure you, after the game, they were asking him, "What in the hell was that about? You didn't play a single snap?"
Yep.
I don't get it. It's hard for me to believe that in a 2-week time frame, Malcolm Butler forgot how to play cornerback, Skip. The guy played every single snap against the Jags. And then 2 weeks later, he doesn't play a single snap when a team is hanging 500 yards of offense and Nick Foles throws for 373 and 3 touchdowns. It makes no sense. But only one guy could have done something like this because he has the cachet to get away with it. And that's Bill Belichick.
That is correct.
Because we've seen him make moves like this that work. And even though this one didn't work, nobody's going to call him to the carpet, Skip, because he's basically untouchable when it comes to personnel and coaching decisions.
I still wonder what the owner of the Patriots thought about that coaching decision. What did Mr. Kraft think about Malcolm Butler standing on the sideline for every snap except one special team snap?
Well, we've seen him not agree with one decision, and he did something about it.
He did.
So I can he did. I feel very comfortable in saying that Mr. Kraft was not happy because he's like, well, we don't have anything to lose. I mean, Skip, if your house is on fire, you just throw whatever you can to try to put it out. Well, the defense was getting torched. Put anybody. Hell, I'd have put Gronk at safety if I thought it could help me win.
Good point. I'd go with that. So this is why I was thankful for the deal that Malcolm Butler got. To his point, he says, as Joy read, I thought it was going to hurt my market value. Well, so did I.
Everybody thought that.
I thought it might crush it. I thought we'd get through yesterday and Malcolm Butler would still be sitting out there hoping somebody would call and offer him a bargain basement deal. And instead, guess who called right away? The one team I didn't see coming, because that team is run by a GM who is a Belichick Patriot product, and by a Mike Vrabel who's obviously a New England product. And those two guys who know where all the bodies are buried in New England, who would be the quickest to side with Coach Belichick, sided with Malcolm Butler and said, we got no problem.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened. We don't even care what happened because we believe in you. And remember, Logan Ryan, his buddy, is already there. So they could go to Logan Ryan and say, you got any issue with it? Nope, I got no issue.
Well, maybe these two guys know Coach Belichick best.
Maybe.
They know this is Coach Belichick, so I'm not surprised by this. This is just one of Bill's moves. He might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And maybe he had an inclination or this epiphany that, hey, this guy's Eric Rowe is going to be able to get it done today. I'm going away from Malcolm Butler. Because it's hard for me to believe that and give Malcolm Butler credit. He says, "Hey, I didn't have the greatest week of practice,
No,
and
he was sick. He said, and remember, he didn't make the team flight.
Right. He says as the week progressed, and we were in New England. He says
The week before.
He
had a lesser role.
Lesser and lesser. He says once we got to Minnesota, it was even less.
Okay.
But he never said he didn't anticipate playing a
Did
snap.
not.
Eric Rowe said he didn't learn till right before the kickoff. So, okay, he says I thought he was going to have a diminished role. Okay, 10, 15, maybe 20 snaps. But 0 snaps on that side of the ball,
Wow.
when you're getting torched like that, it's painful, Skip. It's painful to be able to just have to stand on the sideline and you see what's going on. And I think I could make one play. I can make a play. I can bat a ball down or something.
Yeah, just something. He was a play maker, maybe not an interceptor, but a get hands on the ball guy.
Well, he made one interception that
did.
nobody will ever forget in
Never
New England.
forget. So you threw him in late in the game, and he won one Super Bowl for you, and you opted not to play him a single real snap in another Super Bowl, and you lost that one because of that decision, in my opinion. So here's a Malcolm Butler, and you talk about painful. Then what he had to endure in the week after the Super Bowl, the rumors were rampant about his misbehavior off the field, this, that, blowing a curfew, various other things, outrageous things. He was just devastated by it and had to fire back on social media to try to defend his integrity and his character and his reputation.
And a lot of his teammates stepped up.
They stepped up.
And believed in him and said, hey, Tom Brady, hey, we still love you, but you're a great teammate. But this would have been hard, Skip. This is hard, to have to stand on the sideline and not play a single snap. Like he said, he anticipated not being as heavily involved as he has been. But if somebody would have came to him before that game, right before say 20 minutes before the game, 30 minutes or an hour before he actually knew he wasn't playing and say, you're not going to play a single snap, he wouldn't have believed it. Nobody would have believed it. Especially, now, hey, if they balling out, okay, no problem. Sit right on that. No, you good, you good. But you saw the way the game was going. Nick Foles was going up and down the field. What, they have one punt? And you don't think this guy who's made big plays for you before can't make one play? That's why you signed James Harrison. You didn't sign James Harrison to be Defensive Player of the Year. You signed him for one play. And sometimes that's what these games come down to. This game came down to one play. Brandon Graham made the play. Who knows? Malcolm Butler could have made that one play.
He could have. So I'm going to say it one more time. My theory on this is that Bill Belichick, remember, 2 years back, stole Eric Rowe. He got a sweet deal. Got Eric Rowe, who's a long-arm corner, bigger corner. Out of Utah, I believe, from Philadelphia. So it would be vintage Belichick to say, I'm going to turn Eric Rowe loose back on the Eagles. I'm going to beat the Eagles with the guy I stole from the Eagles. That would be vintage Belichick. That's how you repolish your genius. And it blew up in his face because right away they had Eric Rowe on Alshon, remember? And then they had to switch him off Alshon. They were just getting eaten alive.
Alshon had it going. He had 5 for 73.
Right away.
And a touchdown. And then they had to switch the corner, Gilmore, on him to make sure he didn't do anything else. But then they started going to Aguilar, started going to Torrey Smith, and Ertz started taking over. But you got to find a way to get him on the field. And I get Coach Belichick, hey, and I can see if he broke curfew or if he did something wrong. But at the end of the day,
to this moment, I've heard nothing. Nothing's been verified, right?
Right.
And we've heard obviously nothing from Coach Belichick about why he did this, except he said after the game it was just a football decision. Right?
Coach's decision. And Malcolm, to his credit, says it's hard to go against him because he's made decisions like this before and it's worked out in his favor. So I guess, one time it didn't, especially in this game, Skip. It didn't work out, so I guess 5, because so 6 and 2.
I asked this question again. Are we sure that Bill Belichick, when he got his wrist slapped and he got ordered for the first time in his Patriot coaching career, you will trade Jimmy Garoppolo? We will go forward with Tom Brady? Are you sure he didn't lose some heart for coaching or just finally just said, hell with it. I'll just do whatever I want now. And I'm not saying it's sabotaging. It's just you're disillusioned and you just say, I'll just play Eric Rowe today. I don't care.
I don't know what he was
That's how it comes across to me. Did he not give away Jimmy G? He just gave it away.
Gave away.
So
hell, he gave away the game because the guys that you had in there weren't getting it done. That's why you have backup. Sometimes in a given game, You go into a game, and you're like, okay, we want to call these plays, but these plays not working. You call another set of plays, or a guy isn't working. You go to the other guy. That's what happens. But for this, in this game,
Did he not throw Malcolm Butler, undrafted out of West Alabama, into a Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks because the starter was getting torched? Remember?
And think about it, Skip. If Malcolm Butler comes in and he gives up that touchdown, he's going to get skewered. Why would you put an undrafted rookie in front of Arrington, who was starting? Yeah. But because it worked out, he's a genius.
He's a genius.
So he can't help. He knows he was going to get criticized if this doesn't work out. Coach Belichick's been around the game too long. People are questioning, why would you not play Malcolm Butler? It's like, hey, coach's decision. It's hard to argue against anything that Coach Belichick does, Skip, because if you look at the success over 18 years, I don't believe we'll ever see this again. Not in pro football, Skip.
And you're right. He's not getting away with it on this show, but in the big picture, he's getting away with it because he's Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
This was outrageous. And it's even all the more glaring because Tennessee said, we'll give him $30 million guaranteed. So two of your disciples in New England and Tennessee are saying, we'll take him and we'll give him huge cornerback money because that's like star cornerback money because he was a star.
They saw him up close. They played him in the divisional round.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
They got an opportunity to see what he's about. And when you sign a guy in free agency, Skip, you broken him down. You have an idea. You set your board. It's just like you set your draft board. You have an ideal. If this guy's available and is in our price range, we're going to take. So Malcolm Butler, clearly, they need to get better at pass defense. They saw what Tom Brady did to him.
Yeah.
So they want to get better at that.
He played the most snaps of anybody on defense, and then he played zero?
He forgot. He got amnesia and forgot how to play backpedal.
Well, you know what? Everybody's making documentaries now.
Yeah, I'd watch that one.
Kirk. Maybe Belichick will do one to explain all of his Super Bowl decisions.
Uh-oh. You wouldn't watch it? Coach Belichick might have a best-selling book. You ain't going to read it.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, it'd just be trying to polish his genius.
See, there you go.
Okay, well.
One of NASCAR's best young drivers, Bubba Wallace, joins us next. We'll be right back.